Welcome to Quiz for All channel. In this quiz, I've prepared 50 questions on survival and field medicine, split into 5 challenging rounds. Do you have the knowledge it takes to survive in the wild? Let's find out. Round 1. Wild animals and predators. You are hiking and a massive grizzly bear charges you, making physical contact. What is your best chance of survival? The best chance for you is to play dead. A rattlesnake strikes your leg on a remote trail. According to modern medicine, what is the best immediate response? Forget Hollywood movies and just keep that leg below your heart. You are snorkeling and notice a sizable shark circling you. What is the safest way to retreat? Sharks hate being watched, so face it and back away. Forget bears and sharks. Statistically speaking, what specific animal causes the most human deaths globally every single year? Mosquito is the apex here. Size really doesn't matter in the wild. You lock eyes with a stalking mountain lion. What specific physical posture should you adopt to scare it off? Unlike with a bear case, stand tall and look bigger. You need to dominate the space. If you get a close look at a snake, its eyes can warn you. What pupil shape is a classic sign of a highly venomous pit viper? Those cat-like vertical slits mean you are dealing with a deadly predator. While swimming in the ocean, you suffer an agonizing sting from a jellyfish. What liquid is best to pour on the skin to stop the venom? Pouring vinegar is the recommended action for most jellyfish stings. True or false? If you encounter an aggressive pack of wolves in the forest, your best chance of survival is to turn and sprint away as fast as you can. Completely false. Running triggers their primal chase instinct, and humans can never outrun a wolf. Which of these tiny insects is notorious for latching onto humans in the woods and transmitting Lyme disease? It is the deer tick that spreads this disease. While hiking in the forest, you notice a young, defenseless fawn lying alone in the grass. What do you do? Leave it alone. Mothers hide scentless fawns for safety, and your touch could cause abandonment. Round 2. Water and survival myths. You've collected murky water from a river and built a fire. How long must the water stay at a rolling boil to guarantee it's safe from all pathogens? Just 1 single minute kills all waterborne pathogens. Boiling it longer is just a waste of valuable fuel. If you don't have fire, commercial purification tablets are your next best friend. Which active chemical is most commonly used in these survival drops? Commercially, the most commonly used is chlorine dioxide. Drinking untreated, stagnant water from a wilderness pond puts you at massive risk of ingesting which notorious diarrhea-causing parasite. You're risking giardia, often nicknamed beaver fever. Monitoring your body is vital in the wild. What specific visual change in your urine is a primary indicator of severe advancing dehydration? If it turns dark yellow or brown, you are in serious trouble and need fluids immediately. In arid environments, survivalists dig a hole, place a cup inside, and cover it with plastic to extract ground moisture. What is this device called? That ingenious trap is known as a solar still. A classic desert myth suggests that camels survive long journeys by storing liquid water inside their humps. What biological substance are those humps actually filled with? Those humps are actually filled with fat, which serves as an energy reserve in the harsh desert. You have no filter and no fire. Which natural water source is generally considered the safest to drink directly without any treatment? Direct rainwater is your best bet because it is naturally distilled by the sun and free from ground pathogens. A shipwreck survivor is stranded in the ocean and thirsty. What happens to the human body if he chooses to drink seawater to survive? It speeds up dehydration because the high salt concentration forces kidneys to pull water from the body to process it. You are trekking through a pristine, snow-covered landscape and need hydration. What is the safest and most energy-efficient way to consume snow? Always melt it first. Your body has to burn massive amounts of calories to turn ice into water internally. True or false? If you are stranded in a scorching desert without water, stripping off your heavy shirt will help cool you down and conserve body moisture. False. Leaving your clothes on blocks intense solar heat and slows sweat evaporation, conserving vital fluids. Round 3, Trauma and First Aid. If you are dealing with a severe pulsating arterial bleed on a limb, what is the absolute most effective field method to prevent fatal blood loss? A tourniquet placed high and tight is your best bet to save a life. When an unresponsive survivor stops breathing, you might need to perform CPR. What exactly does this famous medical acronym stand for? That would be cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Proper placement is critical when applying a tourniquet. Where exactly should it be positioned relative to the injury? 2 to 3 inches above. Placing it too low misses the arterial pressure point, and putting it on a joint fails to compress the bone. During emergency chest compressions, maintaining the correct rhythm is crucial. How many compressions per minute is the recommended target? 100 to 120. This specific pace is required to mechanically pump blood to the brain and keep cells alive. To properly treat a sudden severe nosebleed in the field and prevent dangerous blood choking, what physical action must the survivor take immediately? The survivor should immediately lean forward and pinch. Tilting the head back causes blood swallowing and choking. If a companion suffers a penetrating chest wound in the wild, what common item can be taped down to improvise a life-saving chest seal? A simple plastic bag. Taping it down prevents outside air from collapsing the lung. Infections can be a death sentence in the wilderness. Which of the following visual cues is a major red flag that an untreated cut has become dangerously infected? Watch out for red streaks traveling toward the heart. That indicates the infection has reached the lymphatic system. You accidentally grab a scorching hot pan over the campfire, resulting in a severe thermal burn. What should be your immediate first step? The burn should be cooled with water, preferably cool running water, for at least 10 minutes. While navigating a steep rocky descent, you suffer a violent fall. What do doctors call a bone fracture where the jagged bone completely pierces the skin? Among the options, the name compound fracture is correct, and another term for it is an open fracture. True or false? When treating a severe hypothermia victim in the field, exposing the frozen body to sudden, intense heat helps the heart stabilize and recover safely. It is false. That action is highly dangerous and can trigger fatal cardiac arrest. Round 4. Extreme weather. When your core body temperature begins to drop dangerously low, what is the body's very first involuntary defense mechanism to generate heat? That involuntary mechanism is shivering, which rapidly contracts muscles to produce internal heat. You've been hiking in sub-zero temperatures and notice your fingers are completely numb and frostbitten. How should you safely rewarm them? Submerging them in warm, but not hot water is the safest method to prevent tissue damage. Heat exhaustion can quickly escalate into a deadly heat stroke. Which of these symptoms strongly indicates the victim has crossed into the lethal stage? Once the body runs out of fluids, it stops sweating entirely, causing core temperature to skyrocket. In the final, fatal stages of hypothermia, rescue teams often find victims entirely naked in the snow. What is the two-word medical term for this bizarre phenomenon? It's called paradoxical undressing. Freezing victims suddenly feel like they are burning up due to failing blood vessels. Hikers who walk for days in wet, cold boots can suffer tissue death in their toes, even if the temperature never actually drops below freezing. What is this debilitating condition called? This condition is called trench foot, also known as immersion foot. If you build a snow cave to survive a blizzard, you must always poke a small ventilation hole to prevent the deadly buildup of what odorless gas? That vent is carved specifically to give carbon dioxide a way to escape. If your jacket isn't warm enough in a freezing forest, what is the best natural material to stuff inside your clothes for emergency insulation? Stuffing layers with dry leaves creates dead air spaces that trap your body heat, just like expensive down. You are caught in a severe thunderstorm in an open field, and suddenly the hair on your arms stands completely straight up. A lightning strike is imminent. What is your best move? Crouch low on the balls of your feet to minimize ground contact. This is your best shot. A fellow hiker collapses from a severe heat stroke in the blazing sun. To rapidly cool them, where are the most critical places to apply wet clothes or ice? The most critical places to cool are the armpits, groin, and neck. True or false? Taking a swig of strong alcohol, like whiskey, is a scientifically proven way to not warm up the core body temperature during a severe blizzard. That statement is true because alcohol dilates skin blood vessels, stealing heat from the core and freezing internal organs faster. Round 5. Navigation, rescue, and gear. You are lost in a dense forest and need to signal for help using whistles or gunshots. What is the international standard number for distress signals? The standard is 6 signals within 1 minute, then pause for 60 seconds to listen for the rescue team's reply. Navigating by the night sky is crucial. In the Northern Hemisphere, which famous star remains stationary and always indicates true north? It is Polaris, famously known as the North Star. What single giant letter made of rock signals require medical help to a plane? According to the International Aviation Code, a giant X tells pilots that somebody needs medical help. The most famous distress signal is SOS. But what do these 3 letters actually stand for in maritime and rescue history? Surprisingly, they stand for absolutely nothing. Those letters were chosen because their Morse code pattern is unmistakable. If you have no compass, nature offers clues. In the Northern Hemisphere, moss tends to grow thickest on which specific side of a tree trunk? The north side. Because the sun shines from the south, the northern face of the trunk retains moisture and shade longest. You wrap a survival space blanket around a freezing person. Which side must face their skin to reflect body heat according to official first aid guidelines? The silver side. However, physics proves both sides reflect heat identically. Guidelines specify silver inward, mostly for gold visibility to rescue teams. Which knot is known as the king of knots in rescue because it creates a loop that never tightens or slips under load? The bowline is known as the king of knots. Placing your magnetic compass near which common object will completely ruin its ability to find north? Placing a compass near a cell phone will disrupt the needle with internal magnetic fields. What is the technical name for the string of which these survival bracelets are made of? This string is called paracord, also used in parachutes. You have a flashlight and hear a rescue boat. In Morse code, what is the visual signal for SOS? Three short flashes, 3 long flashes, and 3 short flashes. Repeat continuously. Thanks for watching. Even though the real survival is just beginning, that's the end of today's video. Drop a comment below with your final score. Let me know which facts shocked you the most. And give a like if you want a part 2. See you in the next one.